Hey guys, Randy here, and welcome aboard the Seabee Traveler channel. All right, we are just leaving Dragoon, Arizona, and that old stage stop out there was really cool. But now we're heading to another small community, and it's actually a ghost town of Pearce, Arizona. Well, technically, there's a small community that was combined, Pearce and Sunsites. It's going to be a short little drive. It's only about 19 miles, something like that. The town the part that we're going to be interested in is an actual location where the town was. There's a couple old buildings I want to take a look at, and there's an old jail. That would be interesting to see. And also there's an old cemetery. At least I don't know how old it is, but I do know that there's some pioneer grave sites in there from the pioneer days. So yeah, it's going to be kind of interesting. I think there's only a couple of the buildings I think that are still in use. There were some that were restored. So I've never been there before, so this is going to be a very interesting little stop. Some of the history that I've gathered is around 1893. There was a guy, James Pearce. He was a miner and a cattleman, and he discovered gold at this mine, which eventually turned into the Commonwealth mine. I think that was the name of it. It was one of the biggest producers of gold in Arizona, and it was a major player in the mining industry. All right, well, since we left Dragoon, we've been on Dragoon Road, and we just turned on to Highway 191. You probably saw back there, if we would have turned left, that would have taken us up to the I-10. And this is going to take us down to the Sunsites Pearce community.
All we need is a place to be and a few good friends for some company. If you'd like to stay, you don't have to leave. We'll leave the lights on and the door unlocked. If you drop on by, you don't have to knock. We're happy to share whatever we've got.
Well, I hope they were all right. My guess is out here, maybe they hit some cattle or something. All right, well, this is the Pearce Sunsites community. It's a little bit away from where the old town was. But there's out here, it's mostly retired. That's where they get their income, is retirement and also tourism from the old town. Everything seems to be over here on the right. I wonder if there's like BLM land or something over there on the left side of the road. A lot of little stores, post office, some restaurants I saw. All right, well, somewhere just right up here is a road called Ghost Town Road. Yep, here it is right here. And this one will take us directly into Pearce. And from this point, it's not too far. It's only about a mile up there. Driving around out here, it seems like you're in the middle of nowhere. Some of these old ghost towns or these old mining towns like this, just imagine back in the 1890s how far out they were. I guess Tombstone's probably, 20 miles away, something like that, over those mountains. There's another town, Gleason. If you keep going on this road, Gleason you'll end up in Gleason. I guess it was around 1903 is when they finally got a railroad in here, which increased the ore output. They can get that out more often and with more quantity, and that really gave this area a boost. That was when their boomtown time was, and there's about 1,500 to 2,000 people out here at one time working the mines. They had hotels, saloons, a school. They even had a movie theater out here at one time. But like most of these old mining towns, um, the mine had some problems, and it permanently closed back in like 1940s. They had some major setbacks, like some cave-ins. There was a flood in 1904. So when the mine closed down, like a lot of these ghost towns, when the mine goes down, the town goes with it. So between that and then also the Great Depression had a big impact. So it's in like the late 19, there's our jail right there. In the late 1960s or in the 60s, there's only about 12 people that lived here. All right, well, there's a little bit of the history. Now, what do you say? Let's take a look at some of these buildings. All right, well, this gives you a good idea of how wide open it is out here. We're pretty far out, so it seems like you're out in the middle of nowhere. Someone's got a nice little ranch there, little house. And that's the main intersection. That's where Pearce is. But take a look at how ragged that mountain looks. They've they've taken some dirt out of there. And you can also see that road that leads off towards Gleason on the Ghost Town Trail. And that road that you're looking at there, that will take you straight out to Tombstone, straight through those. There's a pass you go over to get to Tombstone. It's like 20 miles, I think. And then that's the Sun Sites and Pearce community. All right. This looks like a really neat little stop. Kind of reminds me of the one that's in Quartzsite, but this one's a little bit bigger. Well, they've put some effort into keeping it clean. A little trail that goes all the way around. Wow, this is neat. Let's see. In 1915, Constable Charles Webster advised the Board of Supervisors in Tombstone that a jail was needed in Pearce. So it was completed. It cost $615.45. It's poured concrete, reinforced by rebar, flat roof. There's 2 cells in here. They're 10 inches thick. There's 6 windows for ventilation. And, well, it was a holding facility until 1930s. Well, oh, that's the ventilation up there. The windows. I wonder if there's a ramp. I'm not sure what was over here. It's a pile of concrete. Well, we'll see if we can go in there. Nope, she's locked up. You can see the layers of concrete as they poured it. Look at that. I like this. There's some information, a journal. It's shaped like the jail. So the 6 windows, there's two on the side walls and 1 each on the end walls. I did see a sign that said open house first Saturday of each month. So maybe that's the only time you can get in. Well, let's try this one. Nope. Look at that old keyhole. You can kind of see it took an old key to open that up. Wow, that's cool. Nice little stop. Didn't cost too much to build. I see a sign there for Pearce Cemetery. Ghost Town Trail. So I think this road here, if you take a right here, it takes you towards Tombstone. Some old, I guess some old ghost towns. All right, let's go up just a little bit further. This is the historic town site. I see another, looks like a storyboard, something hanging up there. So maybe we'll head up there real quick, see what it has to say. Well, it's not much of a drive, but you can see there's just a couple of buildings. There's not much here. Well, let's see. Ghost Town Trail, no drone zone. Historic Pearce Mercantile, for sale. It's adobe walls. It's the old store, Pearce. I'm gonna scoot. Look at that thing. It's the original Bobcat right there. There's a couple of things over here too. Oh, here are some adobe walls. Looks like they've kept that as part of it. This is some sort of, oh, look at that, it's a cart elevator. You can see the rails down there. So that's how they lowered stuff down into the mine. Lowered carts, look at that. Got a cactus growing in that big old wheelbarrow there. Well, let's see. Old Pearce pottery. I'm gonna see what this is about. I'm gonna go check in and then, because I see there's a donkey. Let's see if that's a part of a museum or something too. But let me go check. That's their post office right here. There's the old jail sitting over there. This is their post office. Old Pearce Post Office. A post office was established in 1896. At that time, the Soto Brothers and Chapman store served as the first post office. So then it was later relocated to this building here. You can tell walls are thick. Look at the doorway. Wow. Gladys McLeod was the last postmistress to serve at this location. The post office was moved to Sun Sites area in 1967. So it's not in use anymore, but this was the old one. Let's see, we can walk around what they're calling the Rust Garden. lot of old, look at this. In front into this old truck. It's for us to enjoy, she said, and say hi to the donkey. Like an old flower pot, washer and dryer, or washing machine. Oh, there's the donkey. Hi. He likes to be petted. Boy, there is a lot of stuff. What? Oh, that's a speaker or something, maybe for an old record player. He's looking for more attention. Looks like at one time there was, I don't know if there was ever water in there. Probably not with the tree in there. But neat. And I can't get over there to the rest of it. But anyways, well, this is a neat little stop. We've got other stuff to go do, so we're gonna make this a quick stop. But that old mercantile store, that's neat right there. All right, what do you say? Let's go check out this old cemetery. Maybe take a look at some of the older part of it. Imagine going straight through here and getting out to going to Tombstone this way. That sign just said it was 25 miles this way. Of course, there's a different way, but this might be interesting to go. If I had more time, and if I was going that way, I might do that. I don't think that cemetery is too far up here. It's probably just, actually this might, nope, it's a little bit farther up. I can see the flagpole up there on the right. Oh, so as we're driving up there, I just want to remind you to reach down and click that like button. Helps a lot, helps the channel grow so I can get out and do more stuff like this. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, just do that because it gives you, and make sure you hit that reminder bell. Here we go, here's our turn. But yeah, hit that reminder bell so that it will give you notice when I put a new video out. All right, well, I think this has looks like it might have a combination of old and newer. Let's see. Oh, so we'll just make a little circle around and park. I think we can get in. I don't know. There's a little shade structure there underneath those trees. It does get warm. It does get warm. It is kind of like high desert. I think we're probably up around 4,000 feet. All right, well, I'm going to see if I can get inside and walk around a bit. Well, let's see here. Please close the gate when you leave. All right. I was afraid we weren't going to be able to get in. They have Watch for rattlesnakes. Our veterans and peace officers. Historic Pearce Cemetery, Historic Peace Cemetery, where Abraham Lincoln's bodyguard and General Sherman adjutant are buried, as well as Union and Confederate soldiers and colorful characters from Pearce's heyday. In memory of Ron Skaggs, a decorated American veteran. Here's a history of it. Let's see. Pearce Business Association petition for ownership not granted as they were not a non-profit organization. Historical section. 400 graves, many of the earliest were reinterments from a wide area of Sulphur Spring Valley. Over 240 have never been identified. Joe and Minnie Bignon, the owner of the famous Birdcage Theater and Tombstone and the Pioneer Saloon. Arizona Ranger and Deputy. Well, let's go take a look real quick. I think we'll head over to the old part. Wow. Whoop. All right, let's see here. Historic Pearce Cemetery, in memory of our stalwart pioneers and their descendants who settled the Sulphur Spring Valley. Farmers, gamblers, homesteaders, laborers, merchants, miners, ranchers, and soldiers. May they rest in peace. Old Pearce. This rock was used by the Commonwealth mine workers. Wow, they aren't kidding. There are a lot of grave sites here. 1918. She was only eight years old. It's like a little mausoleum over here. A lot of early 1900s. Wonder what that is. There's a plaque or something up here. Okay. Librado Marujo, born 1859, died in 1915 from the Marujo family. That's an old gate. Look at that keyhole. Born October 1833, died 1892. Janet, born in 1906, 1907. She was only a year old too. Wow, there are a lot. So they reinterned a lot of these from the Sulphur Springs Valley area. All right. Wow, Pearce, nice little stop. Really interesting. I guess if you want to get into the jail, you have to do it on the first Saturday of each month. They probably do get some good tourism here when it's getting that time. Winter months, cools off. People going down to Tombstone probably do stop and see, because that road that we were on, you probably saw that road we were on to come to the cemetery. It's 25 miles to Tombstone. And it looks like you go through those mountains. And from what I saw, it turned into a dirt road, so. But we're not heading that way. We're going a different direction. Really pretty mountain back there, all those probably granite boulders. All right. Well, that was a fun little visit to Pearce, but make sure you stay tuned, because my next video we're gonna go down Ghost Town Trail and see if we can't find some of those old abandoned buildings that are along there, and also we're going to end up in Pearce. I'm sorry, we're gonna end up in Gleason, Arizona. Yep, we'll take her right here, and there's the old post office. Neat little town. But anyways, I'm gonna sign off, and just remember, check me out next week so you can see all those old abandoned buildings in Gleason. So I'm gonna sign off, and just remember, never say goodbye. Always see you later.